I am live. I know I'm live. You're live from the office. And this is about the Triple G Vanes Martirosian fight. And we're going to get right into that. We're going to dig into that like a fine tooth comb. Let's get to digging. While I'm right here in my office doing this, I can do two things at one time. Multitask. Now, Vanes Martirosian. Here's something you guys probably didn't know about Vanes. He's a really good fighter. He's tough. He's going to give you everything he's got, and he doesn't come to lay down. He got robbed against Laura. He really won that fight. Something you guys really didn't know. And that was the rematch. Now, as far as everything else, Vanes has not had a fight in 2 years. Should he be the guy fighting Triple G this Saturday? I thought he beat Charlo. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought he beat Charlo. I was just going to mention that too. Vanes had 2 fights. The fight with Charlo could have went either way. Both of them could have went either way. I'll watch it again, but from my recollection, I believe Charlo was winning the fight, and then Vanes came in and closed it out. I thought it was probably at least a draw, but I have to go check it out again. But to say it's a cherry pick, I can't say that. And the reason why I can't say that is because how Vanes fights. When you know how someone fights, it's very hard to say, "Oh, that's a cherry pick," or that person that's not a suitable opponent. I picked Vanes against Andrade. Andrade's a fight he clearly lost. After the knockdown, he really didn't do too much after that. If there was a fight Vanes clearly lost, it was against Demetrius Andrade. I had picked Vanes to win that fight. And when he dropped him in like the second round, everybody was like, and I was the one, I told you. Vanes can crack. But here's the thing. He fights at 154 pounds. He never really fought at middleweight yet. Even though he's got the frame and body for it, he's always been a 154 fighter. And he's always fought on a rhythm. He's always had a bounce to him. Triple G is the kind of guy that would push him backwards. He's that kind of guy. He's going to push people backwards, keep pushing them backwards, keep pushing them backwards. That's what he does. In my honest opinion, he should be fighting Derevyanchenko. Sergey Derevyanchenko should be fighting Triple G right now. Vanes, who's been off for 2 years, who hasn't had a fight at middleweight. Has he fought at 160 pounds? I don't think he has. So I think Derevyanchenko, he should be in the ring with him. Eugene, watch the last Lil Wayne video I just did. Go on the timeline. That's a hood story for you. I appreciate the love. Um, dude, a lot of this stuff is out here already. A lot of this stuff is old, bro. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's stuff out here we haven't told. There's people who are artists, kids been kidnapped, fake extortion attempts. That happens all the time in this business. It's nuts. I don't tell all, dog. I don't tell all. Believe me, I haven't. But Triple G, yeah, we're in the office in the house. I forgot to empty my office trash. Um, well, the fight's here. This is the fight week. I know that this tells people right here. Absolutely not, Lomo. Vanes took the fight on short notice because it's a good check. But we looking at a fight here that what they're going to do is they're going to fight Canelo in September. Everybody knows that this whole thing is being rescheduled for September. Is that Golden Boy loses their big payday that they had set up. They normally get 2 paydays out of Canelo. Now they only getting 1. So that's going to hurt their bottom line as the company because the bulk, 85% of their revenue for the company comes from Canelo Alvarez. Without Canelo, there is no Golden Boy promotion. I don't think he's a sitting duck. I don't think he's a sitting duck at all. Vanes is going to give you the best fight he can give you, but he's never fought at middleweight. He's been off for 2 years. They brought him in so that he can walk Vanes down. Triple G got a guy that really don't use his legs to move around the ring. He normally stands right in front of you. So stylistically, this is a great fight for Triple G. But let's see, Vanes can crack. So we got to see, what happens here. But Vanes is not a known body puncher. He's normally a headhunter, and he has a great right hand. But the pressure of Gennady Golovkin going to the body, going up top, he might stop Vanes. Okay, Jay Boogie, you said it won't go past 3 rounds. I got it going past 3 rounds. Canelo's fighting Triple G in September. Fighting Billy Joe Saunders in September makes no sense. Plus, I think Billy Joe Saunders already got a fight. Jacob's got a fight. Well, he just had his fight. Well, we should see. We shall most definitely see. Y'all can come with me as I navigate myself through the office. See, for y'all, this is the afternoon. People getting home from work. They ready to get their day started. To me, y'all want to know what this is? This is like 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, then. As long as things are charging, that's fine. Where are we here? Utility bills. This is the day I make sure I paid all my bills. So you're catching me in bill paying mode. That's what I was looking for. Got to make sure I keep my dental bill. MBT Boxing, what's going on, bro? You've been waiting for this fight and can't wait. Well, here's the thing. I haven't been waiting for this fight, but I am very intrigued to watch it. Vanes will always give you a good fight. And Vanes is always game. But you got to understand, my office is in the kitchen. um, Look, Vanes has been off for 2 years, dog. He's like, I'm trolling. I'm gonna say Vanes has been off for 2 years. So to think that he's never fought at middleweight that I can recall. And that's like one of my guys, man. We used to talk on Twitter. I used to interview him a lot. I should hit him up and see what's going on with him. But he should be fighting Derevyanchenko. Sergey Derevyanchenko should be fighting Triple G this Saturday. But you know why they didn't? Because the fight is too risky for them to put Triple G in there. They are afraid of Sergey Derevyanchenko. They do not want to fight him. Now you can't tell me Vanes Martirosian brings more to the table than Sergey Derevyanchenko. That he's too difficult of a fight. He would embarrass Triple G worse than anybody's ever seen, and it would mess up the money with him and Canelo. Well, here's the thing: it's not their fault. You know, they had to find an opponent on short notice. And who's to say Derevyanchenko would have taken the fight, which I'm quite sure he would have taken the fight. Well, you got to look at it. Is how much does Vanes have in the tank? He's a guy that always gets cut, bleeds. He gives you everything he got. So if you know that, you got a fighter that's going to give you every last ounce he got. He's going to come forward in a straight line. He doesn't throw that many body punches. What is your consensus on who's going to win the fight? He hasn't had a fight in 2 years. Hadn't had a fight in 2 years. And that's me being nice about it. Hadn't had a fight in 2 years. But okay, let's play boxing promoter right now. Who would we have put in this situation? Okay, let's be fair. Short notice fight, Derevyanchenko, who I thought he should be fighting, or somebody in contention. He's fighting somebody that's not even a middleweight. He couldn't fight Jamal Charlo. He wasn't there. Demetrius Andrade's there. You couldn't fight him on short notice. He's ranked number third. He's ranked number 3, and he's ranked in every middleweight category. He's number 5 in WBC. He's ranked number 3 in WBA. He's ranked number 5 in IBF, and he's ranked number 1 with the WBO. And you mean to tell me you couldn't fight Demetrius Andrade? So who do y'all think he should have fought? Me and Ellie cool. I got Ellie's back number. I could call Ellie right now. Not everybody's Warren. I saved Ellie's life. He came into the Mayweather gym and he was nervous because he had been kicked out of Freddie Roaston kicked him out away from all his fighters. Then he was spending time with Robert Garcia at the time. He had went over there to the Robert Garcia gym. So he was over there a lot. And Robert didn't have nothing really going on too much. So Mayweather was coming up to fight. And he changed from his Manny Pacquiao love to Mayweather. That's when he was making his transition. His enlightening. So Ellie Setback, why did he get kicked out? Because he was getting a little too arrogant and he was hanging out with Robert Garcia because he was doing both camps. And he was over there when they was making fun of Freddie Roach, he was there recording it. And Freddie was ticked off about that when they were imitating, making fun of Freddie's disability. So, and he was like, you were over there with him, so you're out of there. And then when they had the fight in China, and he was over in China, and he was recording, and he was like, yeah, you too, you little Jew bastard. And something Freddie told him when Alex Ariza ended up kicking Freddie. And I was like, man, that was just bad. And he was like, that's a racist remark. That is racist. You are racist against Jews, Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach. He is racist. So I talked to him then. I talked to him while he was in China. I'm texting him. I'm like, Ellie, relax. Relax. Do you know you're about to get yourself blackballed screaming like this? Putting on these rants and trying to get Freddie Roach removed? That's a racist remark. Freddie's gonna get in trouble. You think the JDL's gonna come out of hiding for you? You don't have that kind of Jewish power. I am Ellie Setback reporting. So I don't know why he went over there. See, Ellie's the type of person who would be sitting there. That's like me going over there to interview LeBron James. When you see me going to interview LeBron James, they're gonna be like, "What? Why is Cino going over there to LeBron?" That's like me trying to grab a microphone and go over to LeBron. Hey, LeBron, now this game you got coming on, it's gonna be like, wait a minute, ain't you the guy I'm trying to get off YouTube? The one that be hating on me? I be the one that's telling the truth about you? Absolutely. I'm like, you trying to get me off YouTube? I'm trying to get you out the league. Oh, that would be pay per view right there. Because I would sit right there and be like, you suck. I'm like, I've seen people who they call the greatest of all times and did things, and they were really great players. And out of all of those guys, you not them. You are the worst I've ever seen to be called the greatest of all time. Look at my numbers don't lie. I ain't got to prove none to you. I'll be like, numbers? I can show you numbers. Anybody can make a stat. I'll be like, on this date, no one has ever scored as many points as Kobe Bryant. See, that's a new stat. None of that stuff mean anything. Because if you can't go back to day one and start tracking it, then what does the stat mean? We know who played this game. We know who could play it and who can't. We know who's great and we know who's average. Now, of course, if you're on an NBA show, you're not going to be able to critique the NBA's big type money draw. All you is a check. You're Manny Pacquiao in the boxing world. You're limited. You're a dog and pony show. You're a limited fighter, but you're a limited basketball player, rather. So that's how it works with him. LeBron wouldn't have a ring if it wasn't for a lot of people. But let's get to like Adam Silver Slipper, David Stern. David Stern put this in motion. They wanted to build a league around LeBron. They were going to build a league around Grant Hill, but Grant Hill kept getting injured. When Michael Jordan left in '93, it was a shocking retirement from the NBA. They were not prepared to not have Michael Jordan. People was like, well, the NBA suspended him a year for gambling, and they didn't want it to be caught. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. If a player was suspended, a retirement wouldn't halt the suspension. He went to play baseball to let things die down. No, stupid person, his father died. And the media, mainstream media, was still pushing this narrative. The mob killed his father because he owed the mob. Michael Jordan owed him money. He didn't pay off a debt. What debt Michael Jordan couldn't pay off? Michael Jordan had about 40, 50 million in the bank liquid. What bet he couldn't pay off? The most he ever owed on a golf course was $100,000. What bet Michael Jordan couldn't pay off? He owed this drug dealer, Slim Gator Wallet, or whatever. He owed him $175,000. I'm like, Michael Jordan, he peed that in endorsement money. Are you kidding? That's like one day of endorsement for him. He can't. He wants to be known greater than Michael Jordan and all that stuff. Why do you think Michael Jordan don't endorse him? Michael Jordan don't endorse him. But if they doing an interview, you know who he talks about? Kobe Bryant. Now, all you guys who have seen Kobe Bryant, how in the world would you ever think LeBron James is better than him? Or even close? It's not even close. There was no other Kobe Bryant. Michael Jordan and Kobe was like this. They're like this, 1A and 1B. Kobe just had a better three-point game. There's no way in the heck LeBron James is even in that conversation. He's not even in the room. He downstairs somewhere. They upstairs in the in the high room. He down there in the lobby. Matter of fact, he ain't even in the house. He out there trying to hope to get in. All LeBron did was work on a three-point shot. He didn't work on footwork. His footwork is terrible. He's the worst off-the-ball basketball player I have ever seen to be mentioned as the best basketball player in the world. It's terrible. It's terrible. If you sat back and watched film on LeBron James and you're a basketball coach and you sat back and watched what he did on a basketball court, you would throw up because you would never want your basketball player to do that ever. But we're getting off point. Let's get back to Triple G versus Vanes. What is Triple G's strengths? Balance. Nobody knows Triple G's strengths. Okay, we got one smart person. Mr. Bronx 24, you are absolutely right. His jab. So that is his most valuable weapon. Vanes has a decent jab, but he telegraphs it with his right hand because he fights on a rhythm. He bounces. Vanes bounces into his shots. He's trying to get out of that, but it's something he picked up from the amateurs. And what it is a tail. You can tell when somebody's getting this, you know he's getting ready to come with a jab right hand. He don't have too many lead rights. He's got to set things up off the jab, and he normally stands straight up and don't really crouch, which is a good thing. But his reach and distance used to give him what he needed. Triple G normally waits around, see what the other person got, and then in the second round applies pressure. So he wants to see do he needs to respect the power of Vanes. Triple G is a heavy hand fighter, and against smaller like 154 guys, which this is another 154 guy in Vanes who's never fought at middleweight. Now we get to see what's going to happen. This is another small guy. He's fighting at middleweight. Canelo's hair samples came back negative for HGH or any type of steroids whatsoever. Which confirms one thing. It was exactly what we said it was. And people be, Paulie gonna be, when Paulie thinks something, you know me, I love Paulie, man. But when Paulie has an opinion, he's hell bent on that opinion. No one sways his mind, no matter how many facts you give Paulie Malignaggi. He creates a narrative in his head, and he will put the pieces together himself, and he will stay there. And no matter what you say, man, look, I've been in this game for years. Look, I know this game, man. I know this game. Look, I know this, man. Man, so much bull, man. It's so much bull going on, man, in this league. Man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. He didn't know they were going to be testing him in Mexico. No, look, check out Vanes. No. Check out Canelo's career. Canelo has been getting by doing this for years. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick. No. Listen. No, listen. Why come every time this guy comes around, he's always got to go to Mexico? He didn't know they were going to come to Mexico. See, that's why he got caught. He's been doping. So right away, I know people are very dumb. They think Canelo is on steroids. Canelo, if he was on steroids, why is he so gassed all the time? Canelo has looked the same. He has not looked any different in any fight he's been in. He hasn't. Exactly. Canelo just grew into his body. Y'all saw a 21, 22-year-old guy. Now you're looking at a guy who's 25. He's growing into his body and he's working out and he's got the best equipment in the world. The man has never tested positive for nothing here in the States. It was clear what it was. The man had digest food in his system. That's all. They knew what this was with the test. That's why they were trying to find out, like, what kind of suspension do we give him? Like, well, we can. They knew it was from food. They knew if it was anything other than, they would have to come out and suspend Canelo Alvarez for a maximum amount of time. But because they set this law in place saying that the lowest thing you can get is 6 months. No, Dante. No, Dante. It's the truth. Canelo wasn't doping, man. But people in the circles know. If Canelo was doping, you would really know he was doping. Okay? Exactly. People use that clenbuterol to cut weight and maintain your muscle mass. So here's the thing. Canelo is coming up in weight. Well, not really. Canelo walks around at like 164. But this was all before the training camp even started. This is before the training camp even started. But clenbuterol is used not just for cutting weight, Mr. Griggs. It's used also as a steroid base, an enhancement. That's why they put it in animals down there, like the cows and everything else, so they can the beef. It's kind of like a water-based EPO, like the one Pacquiao was accused of using. Pacquiao was on two different ones at first before they was even testing. Like when he fought Miguel Cotto, yeah, he that was the that's when he was really on it. When Pacquiao fought Cotto, he was jacked to the nines. Then when all the talk started coming around, then eyes start swirling and people was like, yeah, I've been noticing stuff. Then they couldn't trust anybody in the gym no more. Then they had to start having private gym sessions. When you start seeing people doing private gym sessions, you know some BS is going on. It's like, what are you hiding? Then it became the Alex Ariza system, and Alex got really drunk off the power and was like, it's about me. Yes, that's who it's about. It's the Alex Ariza show. This is where we're gonna go. So Alex Ariza was jacked, of course. It was his show. And he ended up clashing with Freddie and was like, those were really my victories. I won those fights, not you, Freddie. It's what I did. If you wanted to silence me, your ego, Freddie. So Alex was thinking he was the guy who should be in these corners and his experience in the corners and all this stuff. Freddie, I'm sorry for taking credit for all your wins. Somebody told me, what was that the other day? Like, you don't make any videos about Post Malone. I'm like, who? Post Malone, dude. I'm like, Post Malone. Oh yeah, him. I think I got there one. So the new Post Malone video I got is up right now. I think you will enjoy. And it's a question that I pose to all of you guys. I think he will get retired in that fight. Because if if Canelo hits him the right way, he's gonna get retired. He is going to get retired. I don't want to take any supplements. If I can't get it out of if I can't get it out of Centrum or the food I'm eating, see that's how people get their bodies out of whack by taking supplements and shortcuts. When you take these supplements and shortcuts, they have side effects. Your body might be taking in an influx of so much of a vitamin because you don't realize that when you eat food, your food has vitamins and nutrients in them. And then you mix that with supplements. Now you're taking too much of iron. You might have too much of this in your system, and you could cause a kidney dysfunction or your liver won't cooperate. You do more damage to your body this way because you're not monitoring how many vitamins you should be taking here. You should be doing all these different things. It's a dog and pony show. Wilder's not going to accept Joshua's offer. It's something that they could say because Wilder's been asking for the fight. They offered 50 million. They want to come with another offer and gonna say, well, Wilder turned it down, so we're gonna fight the fight that we really finna make anyway. We're gonna fight Big Baby Miller because he's a big, slow guy who come forward. I can land my right hand over the top of him and knock him out. That's all it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you must saw the Post Malone video. Oh, you saw Stephen A. Smith? You saw him, you see him call him Tristan Kardashian, right? You heard him, he was like, I saw him. It was good to see Tristan out there playing good and hard. Because guys on the internet was roasting him. I seen them, they were calling him Tristan Kardashian. So When I tell you that this guy watches my videos, don't doubt it no more. Yes, he did. You didn't hear it? Y'all didn't hear Stephen A say that? You must thought I was joking when I told you ESPN and these guys listen to my videos. When I did the Manny Pacquiao, when he got knocked out by Marquez, who do you think he watched? My video. You got guys on the internet going, Manny, are you okay? Manny, are you okay? Did I not do that song? Did I not do a whole song on Smooth Criminal with Manny Pacquiao getting knocked out? Manny, are you okay? Are you damaged? Are you okay? He sounds like a wind when he struck you like a criminal. Manny, you should never started. Now you're blue stains on the canvas. Then you ran to the back room. It was shocking. Manny, are you okay? Manny, are you okay? Are you okay, Manny? Manny, are you okay? Manny, are you okay? Are you okay, Manny? Manny, are you okay? Are you damaged? Are you okay? It sounded like a wind blew when he struck you like a criminal, Manny. You should never started. Now you're bloodstained on the canvas. I still remember that song. How did that happen? You got hit by, you got struck by a smooth Marquez. A lot of you guys wasn't around at that time, so you guys don't remember when I made Smooth Marquez. When I made the song Smooth Marquez, a lot of you guys weren't around. So those are like for my day one fans. You know, they know. Kanye's a better producer. Daz was good in his day. So you guys laughed at me when I said ESPN changed their format because of me. Washington, D.C. called me. This is not a good thing. Oh, y'all think it's like you thought I was play pimping. No, this is Stephen A. Smith talking about me, talking about people calling somebody Tristan Kardashian and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to pull it up. Ooh, excuse me. I'm going to pull it up for y'all. Oh, I see you, teacher. Let's listen. Okay, well, let's not listen. But like I told you, these guys have always taken from me. They always have mentioned my name in different formats by using the not saying my name, but taking credit for it by using things that I did. There are going to be more billboards in more cities begging for LeBron James' help, to be sure. We have seen a lot of great from this guy. Go ahead and stack this one up on the house compared to what you see in the past. It's game 7, but it's first round series. This is the first time that he's been threatened the first round at 13 tries. This is a game 7, that's true, but in the same breath, it's the first round. It's not an NBA conference finals, it's not an NBA finals, but in the end, this is definitely up there. I mean, obviously, it's a game 7, so you can't dismiss it. It's 45 points. You can't admit it. You can't dismiss that. But it's against the Indiana Pacers, a good team. Team collectively that's better than the Cleveland Cavaliers, but it's not like it was against one of the elite teams that has championship hardware, that knows what to do in moments like this. Respect the performance. It was phenomenal, but there are greater performances that he has had. He played 43 minutes, which means the rest of his team was basically a PTI segment. They gave us 5 good minutes. And yet they don't finish without the start of that fourth quarter there. Your thoughts on the rest of the squad in this game 7? In this particular game, they deserve a lot more credit than you're giving them. I mean, usually they've been a no-show. We all recognize that. Kevin Love has not been playing healthy. He's been playing hurt. We understand that. But he came up with 4 big-time three-pointers this on Sunday afternoon. Let's give him credit for that. Tristan Thompson was getting no play whatsoever. A matter of fact, it was so awful for him. People weren't even calling him by his last name any longer. They were calling him Tristan Kardashian, for crying out loud. He contributed. Oh! Tristan Kardashian. Did he just say that? Where did he hear that from? Where did he get that from? Did he just not say Tristan Kardashian? There's only one person on the internet who was calling him Tristan Kardashian. And the people could not wait to bring me that. But he does it all along. So when I tell you, I'm not bragging. Why would I brag? He done it before. It's just now I'm throwing it back in y'all face. Y'all the one keeps like, you think they watch you? They're ESPN. They got thousands of casinos. They're just all in there like this. They don't need you. So here's the thing. They do this all the time. You just don't catch it. I do because I know who they're talking about when they say on the internet. When it comes from Stephen A watches my videos, especially when it came to boxing. He would watch everything on my videos and then he would comment on it. And I'm like, okay, all right, I get you. Because that's what the same thing Charlemagne does. When Charlemagne keeps stealing from people on Twitter, he'll take some jokes that he think is good on Twitter and use them on his show. When I gave advice on how to fix first take, and I gave them advice, what did they do? I have that video somewhere, ladies and gentlemen, when I gave advice on what was wrong with first take, and it was Max Kellerman, and I said they should have stuck with Joe Kane because Max doesn't have an opinion. Max has just never taken a position in his life because that's never been his job. His job was just to give you the facts on either side. Where in a debate, you have to take a position and stand by it. And Max didn't seem to have any conviction whatsoever. So after my video, Max Kellerman comes back and he starts screaming. The very next video, the very next first take they had, Max Kellerman goes out there and I'm like, Max doesn't have any passion. Max will be, well, Stephen A, it's well, you're right, but let's look at it from this way. Nobody cares to hear that. You're not passionate. Skip was passionate about the Cowboys. He's passionate about Tom Brady. You think Skip gonna let that go? When they gonna say Skip gonna fight tooth and nail? He don't care what the evidence shows. That's what he believes. So he's gonna be passionate about it. So people gonna believe that debate. They going back and forth debate. That nobody gonna be interested to hear Max Kellerman debate. Joe Kane, at least he's a Cowboy fan. He has a position. You guys kicked him out. What did ESPN do? Max comes back screaming the very next episode. No, Stephen A. He was about to bust a blood vessel. The very next one. And what did they do? They brought back Joe Kane. Then they got all three of them up there on the show. And Kane is doing what Max can't do. Debate. So when I tell you these guys watch these programs and they get all this information from you, you should not feel just because someone is on television that they're very important over you. You minimize your own worth by thinking that. And they hope you do, so they can keep making money off you commenting and making up catchy slang words, because then they'll steal them from you and use them. And you do their work for them. Think about it. They got to work Monday through Friday. Stephen A's got to do a radio show early in the morning. Right after first take, he's doing a radio show. And he's doing ESPN now. So he loves to talk. Right. Max would make a good point, but nobody cares. His point would go by really unheard sometimes. But that's why the show has lost its zeal. It doesn't have a direction. They don't know what they want to do. They keep bringing people on the show to try to make it interesting. Well, Molly's really been sick on the show. She's got some type of rare disease. But at least she does a lot more than what they letting Joy do. She just went back into her shell of not doing anything on the show. Joy Taylor, they just don't let her do anything. My God. She's there to laugh and back up Skip. No, Shannon, Skip's right. And when we come back, she does. Okay, after the break, when we come back, does Tom Brady hate the Dallas Cowboys? And she gets a check. Oh, Molly gonna talk your head off. She gonna make sure she part of the conversation. You ain't pulling that on her. She gonna make sure she heard. Word to Big Bird. Word to Big Bird.